mouth breather. I heard a joke earlier today. A woman was on social media talking about how she blocks people all the time. I told her that she shouldn't block so many people, and she blocked me for it. I didn't say it was a very funny joke. Social media has a lot of negative aspects. I'm far from the first person to say so. One of the worst things about social media is the way that it encourages people to refuse to listen to anything that they don't want to hear, to shut out all input that doesn't agree with them, and thereby push them more and more towards having one particular perspective on everything that they believe, one particular view on the world, which is never challenged by any sort of contrary information or contrary evidence. People who are into feminism, for instance, spend a lot of time talking about male privilege, and they don't spend a lot of time talking to men and finding out about the problems that men have in their lives, and questioning whether men actually have privileged lives or if they just have different privileges than women do. I don't want to get too far into that topic because the YouTube community of feminists and anti-feminists and people who talk about gender issues is pretty well served already. I don't really want to become another one of those voices. That's not really where I meant to immediately go with this channel. I might do some of that later if it seems like the direction to go, but the point that I'm bringing it up is not to talk about men or women, it's just to talk about people on the internet who are finding it impossible to deal with people disagreeing with their opinion in an intelligent, mature, reasonable way, which prior to the invention of modern communication technology was basically the only way you could deal with people. If you were talking to someone, you were within arm's reach of them, so there was a limit to how rude you could be without the possibility of them physically reacting. And now we have a whole new situation where there's basically no limit to what you can do to someone, and the only recourse that they have to deal with the negativity that you're placing upon them is the equivalent of just hanging up the phone on you and just to extend the phone analogy, calling the phone company and asking to get their phone number changed, and then manually calling everyone they like and giving out the new phone number that they want to use instead. That's back before all this internet technology came through. You would have to go to that level of effort if you wanted to shut one particular person out of your communications network. But now they've made it so much, the manufacturers of this technology have made it so much easier to control who you're able to talk to and who you're not. And it really, I am firmly of the opinion that it is having a very negative effect on the way people mature and develop in their worldview and their approach to life, and their just generally their humanity. We are not being well served by this technology. We are not being helped to develop ourselves into better human beings.